I have my cash planning sheet ready, and today I'm going to be stuffing my wallet, my weekly expenses, and my sinking funds. So if you like these types of videos or you'd like to see more about what cash stuffing is about, stick around. Hey you guys, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm cash stuffing for the second pay period in June. And as I always do, I am going to welcome any new viewers to watching my video. I really appreciate you tuning in to see what cash stuffing is all about. If you're a returning viewer, I am grateful that you have returned and thank you so much for your support. So as I mentioned in the intro, I've got the second pay period of June that I'm stuffing for today. I do have my cash planning sheet here to the side, and on my cash planning sheet, I have all the categories that I'm going to be stuffing. At the top of this, I have the categories and denominations for my wallet, and then at the bottom of this, I have all of my sinking funds and what I'm going to be stuffing into each one of those. So I'm going to set this to the side and jump right in. All right, first I'm going to start with my wallet, and I do know I had money left because I consolidated it all into one envelope here. So I have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 left in my wallet. I'm going to set this here until I get to my weekly binder and then show you what I do with money that I have left. Okay, so then I'm going to move my wallet to the side. I'm going to grab my weekly expense binder. And what I do is I take the leftover money out of my wallet and I put it into the envelope. And this is going to be for the second week. And then at the end of the month, I take all of the envelopes, empty them out, and whatever is in these envelopes I put towards savings challenges. So that is what I do with the leftover money from my wallet. All right, so now I can get into stuffing for the week. All right, before I start stuffing, I'm going to count my cash. I should have $970 here. I tend to forget to count my cash sometimes, so I want to be sure and do that. So I have 50, 152, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, so that's 740, 50, 60, 70, 80, 98, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 99, 10, 20, so that's 920, 5, 30, 5, 45, 55, 65, 70. So that's a total of 970, and that matches what I have here on the bottom of my cash sheet, stuffing a total of $970. Okay, and I always go to my weekly binder and my wallet first. So I get paid bi-weekly. So what I do when I cash stuff is I stuff for the first week of the pay period in my wallet, my spending money, and then I stuff the second week in my binder. And then at the end of the first week, once I'm done with that, I take the money out, I put it in the back if I have any left over, and I take the money out of my binder for the second week and I put it into my wallet for my spending in the second week. All right, so for dining out, I stuff for lunch money, I stuff $50 a week, which is, say, 2 20s and a 10 each week. And then dining out, I also stuff eating out money of $50, so $25 per week. And the difference between that is So I don't pack my lunch. I usually go out and get something for lunch every day. So that's what this money is for. And then I stuff $25 per week in case I am not feeling like cooking and want to stop and pick something up on the way home or order something in. So for that, I need to stuff 25 into each week, and that's going to be a 20 for each week, and then a 5 for each week. So dining out ends up having a total of $75 each week. And to double check it, it's 20, 40, 60, 75. So that's for week 1. And then, let's get this straight. I have 20, 40, 60, 75. And that is for week 2. All right, and spending, I give myself $25 each week for spending. So that is a 20 and a 5 for each week. I'm still getting the hang of folding this money for the A7 envelopes. Before I was just folding it in half, but I saw how some people folded it so it would fill up the envelope a little bit more, and I like that. Okay, and then spending week 2. For grocery, I do 60 per week, so that's going to be a 50 and a 10 for each week. Then a 50 and a 10 for the wallet. And the price of groceries, the $60 has been okay, but you know, you really have to watch the prices because everything is just, oh, I don't need to fold this. Everything is just skyrocketing, and I don't know, I may need to start stuffing a little bit more than $60. It's been okay so far, but I've come close and gone over a few times, so I'll keep tabs on that. For household, I stuff 25 for 2 weeks. What I do is I stuff the entire 25 in my wallet, and then if I don't use it, I just leave it in my wallet for the second week. But 25 usually covers anything that I might need, and that is household things like laundry detergent, dishwashing soap, dishwashing detergent, fabric softener sheets, soap, just household basics is what goes in this category. And then car and gas, I stuff 40 per week, so that's 220s per week. All right, and it takes about $60 to fill my car up, but I don't let it get down to E, so the 40 is usually fine per week. And then miscellaneous, I give myself $10 per week. So for instance, if I do go over in groceries, I may take it out of miscellaneous, or if I decide to, you know, get a coffee and leave a tip, then I'll take that out of miscellaneous. So my miscellaneous money is just kind of to make up for any other categories or to give tips during the week, small tips. During the week. All right, so that is going to be it for my wallet. My wallet is stuffed and ready to go for the week. So I'm going to set that to the side. And then in my weekly binder, I also have my 2025 holiday savings. So in my 2025 holiday savings, I am on July. And for holidays, I have I have $60, so I have 20 going to July for 4th of July. So that will be 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. And 4th of July, I usually go by my son's house. They have like a neighborhood block party over there. He buys fireworks for the kids. We cook out. And then I have 4 tins for the next 4 holidays. So I'm going to grab 4 tins. All right. So Happy Friendship Day is going to get a 10. So Happy Friendship Day will have 10, 20, 30, 40. Labor Day is going to get a 10. So Labor Day will have 10, 20. Oh, we're getting into October. So October is getting its first 10. And then November, Thanksgiving is getting its first 10. And then in July, I am really going to start saving towards Christmas and really start going at that, and probably add some savings challenges also for Christmas to get serious about that, because it's halfway through the year already and the time is going so fast. So I just need to start planning for Christmas now. It was interesting because last year I had just started cash stuffing seriously, like in April or May, and I didn't even think about Christmas cash stuffing until it must have been maybe October, and that was really late, and I was fine. But this year I do want to get started on the Christmas holidays a little bit earlier than I did last year. I'm learning a lot of things as I'm going through this first full year of cash stuffing. Okay, so next I'm going to jump into my family binder, and in the family binder I have envelopes for my boys, for my grandchildren, my parents, sisters, brothers, nieces, nephews, and each of their envelopes gets $30 each stuffing. So the boys are going to get $30, and that's going to be a 20 and a 10, I believe, for everyone. That is correct. So the boys, let's put this in here, and they will have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 10, 25, 6. They'll have 226. And then next, the princess, my granddaughter, she's going to get 30 also. Oops, so it's 20 and a 10. And so she will have 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 240. And then the baby is going to get his 30. And he is getting so big. He's about 4 months old now. And I reminded my son that he has an envelope because he's getting at that age where he may need a jumper or a walker or something for him to move around in, or maybe something for him to have some tummy time. So he has 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60. He's got 260. And then the parents are getting their 30. So the parents will have 100, 20, 35. And then the family is getting their 30. So the family will have 100, 20, 35. And I use these envelopes for, it could be anything from, buying stuff for a family dinner, to buying a birthday gift, to basically anything family related. Or I may, if we're all together, take from each of the envelopes if we all decide to do something. So it's there, for family activities, just in general, all of these envelopes. All right, and then holiday meals is going to get 25. So it's going to be a 20 and a 5. And the next holiday meal would probably be 4th of July. The last one was Memorial Day, and I had made ribs and hot dogs on the grill, so I took money out of holiday meals for that. So building that back up, I have 20, 530, 536. Usually 4th of July doesn't take too much because it's something simple. All right, travel is going to get 50, and that's going to be a $50 bill. So travel, and this is my short-term travel, would have 100, 200, 50, 70, 90, 5, 300. So that travel got up to 300. All right, and then bucket list is also going to get 50. And bucket list should have the same. Let's see. Bucket list has 100, 200, 50, 70, 90, 5, 300. So bucket list has 300. And I am not going to be stuffing vacation this time. We've been talking, trying to decide what our vacation plans are going to be this summer. Still up in the air. But I don't think whatever we do is going to be as much as I thought it was going to be. But I will still continue to stuff it, just not this week. All right. Next, I will move into my personal self-care binder. All right, and in my self-care binder, let's see, let me fix my cards here up in the front. There we go. In my self-care binder, let's see what I have. Self-care is not getting stuffed this week. Clothing is not getting stuffed this week, and I cleared my clothing envelope out this month between my birthday and then getting some t-shirts that I wanted, so I'll have to build this back up, but I shouldn't need anything for a while. Personal is going to get 25, so a 20 and a 5. So then personal will have 100, 20, 40, 60, 5, 70, 1, 2, 3. And think of personal like toiletries. So deodorant, shower gel, razors, any type of personal care or hygiene type things. Toothpaste comes out of here. Beauty is going to get 20 this time. So beauty will have 125, 6, 7, 127. And out of beauty, I buy things like cosmetics, moisturizer. Sometimes I'll do moisturizer out of personal, depending on if it's the expensive type, I usually take it out of beauty. If it's the daily type, like the oil of Olay, I'll take it out of personal sometimes. Nails is not getting stuffed this week. And I'm still doing my nails. This is going on 3 weeks, you guys, with this Amazon gel polish that I bought. And I have been very pleased with it. It's time to repaint, but don't need anything in nails. I got a pedicure about a week and a half ago. So probably won't get another one for another couple of weeks, but I'll stuff next time for that. Hair is going to get 20. So hair will have 120, 40. And this is for anything to do with the hair, shampoo, hair care products, whatever the case may be related to hair. All right, medical is going to get 10 this week, and this is for copays. I was on a high deductible plan last year. This year I changed to a regular PPO plan. So with the high deductible plan, I have a healthcare savings account. That's what I always want to call it, high yield. It's a healthcare savings account. So I still have the money in my healthcare savings account, but I have switched to a PPO plan, which means that if I do go to the doctor, I will need money for copays. So that's why I'm stuffing this. All right. And then next, I'm going to move into my interests. And entertainment is not getting stuffed this week. Decor is going to get $10 this week. So decor will have 20, 40, 50, and that's basically any type of decoration, be it for the house, be it for my cash stuffing setup. I would use this envelope for it. And indulge. Just see, budgeting is not getting anything, and crafting is not getting anything. And I got to update my trackers because I did actually spend my crafting money. And indulge is going to get 25. So it's going to be a 20 and a 5. So 20 and a 5. So indulge will have 100, 50, 70, 90, 5, 200. And indulge is basically, you can think of it as my buffer. If there's something I want I haven't budgeted for, or if I need to make up in another envelope to purchase something or for something I purchased, I will take it out of indulge. And that is going to be it for my self-care binder. All right. And then finally, I will go into my business binder. And in my business binder, this week, I am going to be stuffing. See, I think the first one is going to be nope, not P.O. Box. P.O. Box is fully funded. Although I did just get a notice that postage rates were going up. And I think it's effective July. And so it said to check your local post office to see, what the current pricing is. So the 120 for the P.O. Box that will be due in October, I believe, may not be enough, but I'll have to check and see what the price is going up to and if my P.O. Box amount is going to change. But as of right now, it's fully funded at the 120 that I renewed it at in February. And postage is not getting anything. Printing is going to get 25, and this is for the print cartridges for my printer that I use to print all of my business products. So printing will have 100, 20, 40, 5, 55, 155. And I looked at them, and I think this is more than enough. It takes 4. It's a HP Smart Tank 6000. So it takes 4 bottles of, say, blue, yellow. Well, I think the actual colors are what? Blue, cayenne, yellow, and then black. So it takes 4. And I think this might be enough, but I got to double check. Subscriptions is not getting anything this week, and subscriptions are getting ready to start coming due this summer, but I should be okay. I have $260 in there right now. Supplies is going to get 25, and this is for anything related to my business, whether it's the materials that I use to make my items, or if it is office supplies needed. It all comes out of supplies. So in supplies, I have 120. See, I got this mixed up. Let's try that again. I have 120, 40, 50, 5, 65, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. So I have 170 in supplies. All right. And then taxes is going to get $10. And this is for May Etsy sales that I received the payment in June. So taxes will have 50, 70, 90, 100, 105. All right. And then I have one more envelope to stuff, and that is for our website. And I am starting to think more and more about website, you guys, with the Etsy fees. They're so high, and I don't do a high volume, so it just really kind of pains me to see how much they take out in fees. So maybe that's something I'll work on this summer, is starting the website. But for now, for website related expenses, I have 100 in the bank, 50, 70, 85, so 185. for the website. And I do already own the domains that I wanted. So I have the Penny Palette Studio domain. If you go there, you'll just see a coming soon banner. It's been that way since I bought the domain. And then I also did get pennypaletebudgets.com, which I was really happy to get. So I have two of them. Back to school, I am going to do with savings challenges. So that is going to finish off my cash stuffing of my sinking funds, my wallet, and my weekly expenses. That's going to be my cash stuffing for today, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and if you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. In the comments, if there's other types of videos that you'd like to see, or I'm looking for how-to ideas. I'd love to bring some how-to videos to the channel. I've done a few, but looking for some more creative ideas to bring. If you have any suggestions, leave those down in the comments as well. I do reply to all comments, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye.